then so we would think this and I'd be like, oh my god, it's me.
Good morning.
Bro, I hear that. But even talking about this brings me back to so stupid, isn't it? Oh man, no, fam, but this, just obviously everything we're talking about, it just kind of brings me back to even football. Do you know what I mean? And like,
the good days.
like I've always loved football. I've always loved football.
Retweet, favorite.
Listen,
where's the subscribe button?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Give me notifications.
Come on.
But yeah, I mean, like even things that I would even tell my younger self on that front. You know, don't be afraid to move teams. I used to play for a team. We get battered 12-0 every week.
I was one of the teams that used to batter your teams.
It is where it is.
Speedy winger, fam. He was always the dangerous guy.
It is where it is, fam.
You cut him out, then the team's broken.
Fam. But that's the thing. But the reason why I didn't mind, because all my boys played for them. It's cool. Yeah, we'll talk about football and whatever. Like when you think about it, that team chemistry was broken, fam. On Ultimate Team, we would have suffered.
But no chemistry, fam.
But yeah, bro, there was no chemistry and nothing. But we were boys and we enjoyed it. And then it wasn't until my dad moved me out of that team, moved me to an area which pretty much I'd say 90 to 95% of the team weren't black.
Yeah.
So I had to really like get into it if I really wanted to stay there, kind of thing. And I think that was probably the best decision that he made for me
in terms of football,
because it's like if I'd stayed there, who knows how it would have been.
Do you know, props to your dad as well, man, because you know, some of us didn't have that. Like, do you know what I mean? And I think that if some of us had that, we could have made definitely a lot of better decisions.
I thought he was trying to ruin my life when he told me that I got to move from.
He moved you to a higher league, didn't he?
Yeah, from the higher league, and then from there went to another. And bro, it's wild, fam.
And that's one thing you know, are we going to disclose team? Oh, do you know what? Let me just say it. Yeah. But you know, where I was playing for a team, I think it's important for kids to have an activity like that, or like have that team spirit, or learn 100%. How to like do that. Yeah, because it's such an exciting feeling, whether you're training on Saturdays and playing on Sundays, or training on Wednesdays and playing on Sundays, whatever 100. It is. Yeah,
100.
But like I remember, I was lucky enough that my dad used to take me to training. So he used to take me to training, and then sometimes they'd get asked to be linesman. So my dad would do linesman. I think one time you missed it. You missed completely he wasn't watching the game. Like he was watching the game, but he was watching it from a bystander's point, rather than like remembering that he's actually linesman. After that was it. He didn't want to do it. But
I can imagine.
But like I think playing for a team and being in a team, like I was in the Bexley League, so we were in Tandridge League. We got kicked out. We got kicked out of Tandridge because I think our owner done some madness or whatever. I don't know what happened. But all I remember is the year before, the year after I came, we got moved to Bexley. So I was going off, obviously at Bexley Heath, playing all those teams over that side. Literally, most of my team were from ends. Like a lot of them were from Peckham. I was playing in Dulwich. At the time,
I used to train in
Dulwich. So it was like a lot of the boys, pretty much 95% of my team was black. If not more. And then there was that one kid that went to Dulwich College. I remember his name, William. But he was his dad used to come in a range, everything. But he was like, he was a baller, but he didn't fit in culturally to the team because he was just different.
In the area.
But then if he had gone to go to one of the teams we used to play against, would have been different. So again, even learning that, getting on the bus or whatever, do you know what I mean? Going to the games, seeing the other team, seeing just the preparation behind it.
Team sports prepare you for real life.
They do.
None of this, everybody is a winner and you know, everyone, you get a medal for inclusion. Not that it's bad, but I think it gives a false narrative. Like in team sports, you actually know if you're good or not. You can tell, like you're told, and not even in the worst way, but you can see that, okay, I'm not getting selected because I'm not good enough, or I'm not better than the person that's in my position. So it's either you do two things: you leave and you go to another team, or you work hard and you get better than the person in your position, and you take that spot, and it gives you a sort of, I don't want to say winner's mentality, but it gives you a sort of a strong mentality, a sort of survival mentality.
Determination kind of.
Do you get determination? Because the team that you're playing in, is the team you're a part of is a good team.
Yeah.
So naturally, you don't really want to leave. You want to stay. But in order to justify why you should stay and not get released or whatever, you need to work hard.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And that's the same principles that you use within the workplace, that you use just in general. Do you know what I mean? Like, you need to have a certain determination. You need to build, you need to have like a certain character about you so that people want you for your services.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that team sports does do that for you, you know, especially if you're at a very good team.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that even team sports, they make you realise that as much as you could be fighting for your position, but they make you realise that there is a position for you.
Yeah.
In the sense that, like, everyone, it's a team sport. It makes everyone's got their part to play in what makes this a win, or what didn't make it a win and why we lost, or that we train together and then we go to the game and then what's happening on the training pitch isn't happening on the field. Like, it could be so many different things.
It gives you a taste of real life as well, because if you're actually not that good, best believe banter will fly.
Banter will fly. Especially when you're that age as well.
And you have to, it will continue to fly until you fix up or you leave. And there's no I'm sorry about that. There's no regard for his mental health. It's not got nothing to do with that. It's if you're not good enough,
or not, like,
if you're not good enough, you're not going to be selected, and you're going to get laughed at.
And that can beat you down as well sometimes.
Of
You're
course
like,
can beat you down.
I'm not getting the ball as much.
You know? And that's I think that's a good sort of introduction to life, in a sense, because people will laugh. People are always going to have something to say about you. You know, and then you can either choose to bend over and take it, or you can choose to work hard and say, do you know what, you laughed at me then, but I'm going to have the last laugh.
Do you know what? Yeah, because that kind of reminds me of a situation where I was in an academy, got released, then went to a team. Now, I'd been at this team for a while, and, you know, I was in and around their first team. Bearing in mind, I was like, fresh, what was it, 17, 18.
Yeah.
So I'd been like in and around this the first team for this team that I'd gone to after I got released, and I was doing well. Been, you know, mentioned in the local newspaper, all this and that. Man, for whatever reason, manager kind of treated me like Saliba, innit? Like William Saliba. Kind of just like kept me in the reserves, but then it's like when I'm asking why am I not playing, kind of like, oh, this and that and whatever.
Yeah.
And then obviously then I started picking up, you know, full-time work. You can make some games, you can't. Some games you can't. Some training sessions you can make, some you can't. And then after a while, then you started, you know, when you start asking managers about what, you know, what you have to do to start playing and whatever, and they start feeding you bullshit, like you kind of, like me personally, I kind of like fed into it. I was thinking, okay, maybe he might be right. Maybe he's looking at things from a different angle.
Then you learn the skills to take yourself out
and then,
of the situation.
yeah, because I've never been like I've never been a dead baller, innit?
Yeah, of course not.
But when I was there, I kind of felt like, right, you know, maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was. Do you know what I mean? And then it took one time for me to say, right, do you know what? I came back, did pre-season, done well in the friendlies, everything like that. And then the manager was thinking, okay, you know, you're going to be part of this team. But like, I learned that from last season that he's going to say that, and I'm just going to be
on the sideline,
getting last 15 minutes, last 20 minutes. What do you want to do in that? And then, so I went on loan to another team, which was like a league or two down. I can't remember. But even though it was a league or two down, I was getting full minutes. You know,
you're sharpening yourself.
I was sharp. I think that is probably the best football I've played in a while.
So what you did was you assessed your situation. Yeah. You saw that you wasn't being valued. And you took yourself out of that situation, put yourself in a place where you was being valued.
Exactly.
Life skills.
And then, then, so just
go
because of that now, my confidence has grown, everything like that. I've now established myself in that league.
Yeah.
Now, I was managed to. I had offers from the league above saying, "Oh yeah, come play for us or whatever."
Yeah.
Obviously, unfortunate circumstances, you get injured.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when I know I'll come back, I know where I'm going to be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, it's just like you said, fam. It's like life. When someone's not valuing you in a situation, take yourself out.
I've got a story as well.
Yeah.
So
Can I just say what? Yeah. I was
go
just gonna say that is just like the workplace.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Because that is
Yeah.
just like being at a top firm. I don't know, like in the legal. I don't know, Deloitte or Baker McKenzie or JP Morgan or something like that. And you thought that this is the place to be. But then you're like, they're treating me like shit here. Like, I'm not getting the value that I deserve and respect. Maybe I am as good. Maybe I am good, but my confidence isn't there. And when your confidence isn't there, your ability sometimes can't shine through because ability sometimes needs confidence to shine through at times. So
That's what it is.
it's so you might go to another team, a smaller department, something like that. But the way you build your confidence up and yourself up in that, you could then excel and you could go to a higher job than what you had previously. It's just building life skills.
Your ceiling at that place is, you've hit it.
Yeah,
and that doesn't mean you've hit it everywhere.
Doesn't mean exactly.
That's why I say our generation comes from a different cloth, man. Because I remember even starting out in football, and I started football at the age of under 11s, and that was late considering some of the other people. Like some people started playing football at under 5s or under 6s and stuff like that. I started under 11s.
I remember them little tournaments.
You know what I mean? And because my football was always in the street or in the playground or in the cage or whatever. Do you know what I mean? That's where I'd play football. And I remember when I first started playing for 12-a-side team, 11-a-side team, and all of that. 11-a-side team and all of that. Like I didn't know how to hold a position. I didn't know how to make time the weight of my pass or all of these things. So my knowledge was behind everyone's. About what they learned, and I used to get laughed at a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I remember saying that to myself, that do you know what? I've had enough of being on the bench and being a super sub if I come on or whatever, and not playing. And I remember, because I didn't have a dad to take me park and kick ball with me. I used to just kick ball against the wall. I used to go to the park on myself. I used to work on my touch, left foot, right foot. And I remember being in a particular team. And when I first went there was a brother. He's actually my brother now, but he laughed. He used to laugh at me all the time, like, this guy's so shit, blah blah blah. X, Y, Z. I remember working, and we had a mutual friend that lived in the same area as us. And it got to the point where I got so good. Not even blowing my own. I got so good, that I was always one of the first people on the team sheet, and I actually took his spot. And I remember the other brethren that we had. The mutual brethren that we had. He said, "But I'm not gonna lie, Daniel's better than you, innit?" And it was so humbling for me. He had to admit, I know he's better than me. I know he's better than me now. But he said, but he used to laugh at him all the time. But he said, I know he's better than me now, blah, blah, blah. And his confidence got a bit knocked. And he was the kind of guy that his dad would take him out every week. And, them dads are, I'm not taking you football no more if you're not playing or you're not.
Shouted on the sideline with the manager.
Do you know what I mean? And for me, I felt accomplished because I worked hard to sharpen myself. And I worked hard to play with people that I admired in the game. And I was on par with them or maybe even better than some of them. You know what I'm saying? And that gives you, I can do it. Do you understand? And it builds up your confidence and that. And
man. And I was just going to say, I was just going to say as well, for some of those young aspiring ballers that are out there as well, I know some of them are there seeing dead ballers in their spot in the first team, and I know it bothers them. But all you got to do, again, graft, take yourself out of that situation if needs be, go somewhere else, enjoy your football. They'll kick up that. It's mad. It's mad because when I went somewhere else, like all of a sudden my old manager's like talking. Oh yeah, so you're doing quite well here, isn't it? Yeah, I am. I am. Yeah.
And also understand, just quickly, I wanted to say your position. Like, I remember, I think when I first went to my team, I started out as striker. I did. I started out as a striker. And I remember playing them little league games, like Power League. Not Power League, but at the time, those tournaments. It must have been like 8, 9. And I remember I was doing well at striker. And I remember one game, my mum's still got it on video camera. I'll see if I can find it. Nutmegged one guy. got clean through on goal. Tripped.
Oh.
Tripped in front of the goal, yeah. And that done my confidence a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, done my confidence a bit because it was like you could hear the in the crowd, yeah. You could hear the because you done so much, like you nutmegged the man. It's on camera and everything, and then you've got there and it hasn't pulled through. But after that, I started. I think in training one time, I went left back. Why did I go left? I can't remember why I went left back, yeah? But there was something that came about. And again, this is why you have to listen to, sometimes in life, things happen for a reason, yeah? I went left back, yeah? And I shelled it. I can't lie. Left back was like, I always, you know, man. It was the position for me. It was me. It was, you know, sometimes I fill in at centre back as well. When I started getting a bit more taller. But it was the understanding of, you know what, sometimes as a baller, you sit there and you think, oh, man, like I'm not getting picked for this position and blah, blah, and I want it, I want to be striker, blah, blah. But then you might actually be more suited to something else where you might actually shine more at the time. You know what I mean? So
I heard that.
I even remember like in Betsy League, yeah, like... You always had that one, like I was saying earlier, you always had that one parent that was fully on it. Terry plays shit. Get back. And he was like, you're like, is that the manager? He's like, nah, it's just his dad.
Yeah.
He's here. The dad usually got the kit for the for the football team. He's got the adult version of it.
Or you had that one dad that thought his kid was better than he actually was. Bro.
Yes.
That was the most jarring.
Yes.
Who would you, man, say was the best player you lot have played with back then, if you can remember their name?
There was a guy called Diego who used to play in the team. Was he like
Colombian looking?
Yeah, he's like 2 years above it.
I remember him.
His free kicks.
He used to wear vapors.
Oh my goodness! Do you know who that was? Do you know who that was? That was the owner's son.
Okay.
The owner of my club. That was his son. It was cold.
Yeah. My team used to do friendlies against the couple years above your team, sometimes, and I remember playing against him.
Yeah,
and there were twins that played for that team as well, innit?
I can't remember because they were a couple years above me at the time.
I can't lie, they were cool. And there was a guy in that team.
Yeah,
he's a white kid. His name was Aaron as well.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
There were some ballers, you know.
This Aaron kid, left foot, right foot, step up. Do you know what he was like? He was like an Mbappe, fam. Yeah. But he wasn't the best player that I played with.
Yeah.
He was just like but I remember him because he was sick.
Diego. There was another, I want to say one more guy. There was another one, I can't remember what his name was, but I think he was Chinese or something. Some Chinese brother I played with,
Chan.
Nah, it wasn't Chan. But it was... he was like a Park Ji-sung, fam. Like the way he just had that third lung running around on the pitch, bro. He had that third lung, bro. He had that third lung running around on the pitch. And then I remember he had a horrible accent. I remember seeing it. Yeah. I remember he put his foot into the ground and he's obviously turned, but his foot stayed in the same position. Ooh. So he's broken his broke his leg or broke his
knee,
ligaments or something. But you see it as you know. You ever seen that on a pitch?
Yeah,
I've seen someone you see someone break their leg or break their whatever. It's horrible.
I've seen someone
the scream.
I've seen someone go 2 foot into someone. His leg stayed in the ground. But he's also like flipped and landed on his wrist, so he broke his right foot and his left wrist, and I think the game got abandoned. I think that was at against Wharton and Hersham one time, and that was horrible, fam. That scarred me because I didn't even want to play.
Yeah, you did. When you see that, you're like,
I remember seeing tackles happening and bones coming out. Have you seen one of them tackles? Crunch.
I've seen not crunch, but what it was is that I was playing 5-a-side one time, and it was all this guy was just dribbling, just outside the little the D in it.
Yeah.
And all it was is just like if you're walking and I just kind of knock your leg. But snapped. Just the way, his foot just went like that in it, and then and the worst thing about it, this guy was Italian. He's meant to fly Italy to go home the next day, like not home, but like go back and see his family, and obviously couldn't go in it.
That's mad.
And it was such a small thing, fam.
Yeah, some people are really injury prone, or like just it's the little things for certain people. Yeah. Who's the best? Yeah, you're trying to think the best player. Do you have one, Sean?
I was gonna say not the best player. But this guy was cold, because I know there's probably some that I'm missing out, but this guy called Kevin, and his brother Wan-Bissaka.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So his brother played centre mid, but for the whole, I think you know how when you play kickoffs at 3, you start at 1:30, leave at what, like 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
This guy probably said about 3 words, fam, the whole time. You don't talk, but on the pitch he will find you. On the pitch, you will find you. That's it.
Let me tell you who that
white
was.
Boots.
Let me tell you who that was. Yeah,
Who's that?
And this is a compliment to the team on a whole. Yeah, the best team. Cause I played different levels of football in it, but the best team that I can remember that gelled as a team, they just were unbeatable as a team. Was Waterloo Boys, fam. My goodness me! There's a guy he played centre mid. This was our rival, because I used to play for Tulsa Juniors. This is when I was really young, before I hit the higher leagues. So there was one guy. No, they had bare players. One of them was called Solomon. Yeah. When I tell you, this guy was a ringer, fam. Like he was like double. He was built like a man.
He sounds,
and he was in the middle of the park. And when I tell you anything, he pinged left foot, right foot. He's going straight to your foot, fam. And then there was a next guy on the left wing called Aziz. Oh my god, I've never seen a left foot like it.
Well, I was going to say,
Waterloo Boys, I think some of them went Peckham Academy, because they were from like them sides, innit?
Yeah.
But I don't know where all of them went. But then there's a next guy in centre mid called Deji. He's the captain for Charlton now.
Okay.
And I played with him when I was at Beckenham as well. He's cold. And then they had a striker called Chan, and Chan came Beckenham as well. But when I tell you, you see Solomon and Aziz, I don't even know if they're still playing football now, but Solomon, at that age.
And that's what it was, isn't it?
Best baller. Solomon and Aziz, I'll never forget their names. Solomon and Aziz.
And it's seeing the ballers at that
say their name,
age.
find them, because where are they? I need to know if they're still playing, fam. Because I remember playing a cup final against Waterloo Boys, and I think we didn't even play bad there, but we got trumped. I think we got beat like 3-1 or 5-2 or something like that. And that day I cried, because we played hard. We actually battled it, but they just outplayed us. They played us off the pitch, and our team weren't dead, you know.
They're teams that
we had
no matter how
ballers,
good you play, fam, you're just not winning, fam.
There was a couple. I remember one guy on my team called Mehmet.
That sounds so familiar.
Yeah, and he was a striker. Yeah, he was a striker. Yeah, he was a striker. He was a striker. Yeah, but he was just so techie. Do you know, like sometimes at that age, you're like, I only see this on TV, bruv. Like the way you're pinging balls and that. I'm just, nah. Yeah. How can you be doing this? Like, we're all 13, 14, 15 at this time. Yeah, man.
Please, because them, maybe Dej still knows what they're doing, because Dej is a professional now, but them, man. I can't, like, you know, when you just see a man,
you have to admire it.
You just have to admire the way he controlled the middle of the park. And when Solomon and Aziz used to link up, he's like, pace for days, and that left foot was a rocket. Solomon would bang it from their halfway line and is pinging off crossbar. It was just like, how did that happen?
Bro, well, do you know what? I want to get in touch with anyone that played for Santley United, fam.
Oh my God.
I want to know, because
they had uncles.
they weren't, fam.
They came to Tulsa.
And they were actually our age. No, I don't think so, fam. I don't think so. I remember because I barged one youth, his boys wanted to beef me.
Yeah, but whenever you go,
this was in Brockwell Park.
Whenever you go Brockwell Park, they would have the whole ends watching the game.
Fam, that's like going to a flipping Turkish derby, fam. I swear they were on the pitch, fam.
I remember one time, I almost had beef with one of their centre backs, because I was playing up front at a point. And what's it called? No, I wasn't playing up front. I was playing up front. And I was against one of their centre backs. And it was like, he saw that I was like, because when I was young, I was sort of big, I was athletic, I was a lot fitter than I was, but I was kind of running. So he was like, oh, what go on, fam? And he went to spud me. And I went to spud him back, but then, like, at the time, someone on the side was like, don't chat to him. And I kind of moved my hand and I moved. So he felt violated, didn't and I only clocked what I'd done after. So I was like, And all of a sudden, when he comes back now, he's like, you know when they're backing into, like, when they're backing into you and that for like a corner or something. He's doing this with his heel, fam, on my foot. He's trying to step on my foot. I'm thinking, what are you doing, bruv? Like, what you doing? Is like, and then he's in my face, like, what? And then I clocked that. It's because he felt disrespected. Because I went to spud him, and then I moved. Like, that's rude, isn't it?
That's what he felt violated. That's what it was.
So
they had some techie players, though.
Yeah, fam. Well, they were like 2-3 years older, fam.
They had their captain. Remember their captain had a beard, or full-blown beard at a young age.
Yeah, fam.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
but so just to kind of wrap up, so so you was a left back, but
I played a few positions, but left back
what was the weirdest position you played?
It's hard because I was so determined to be my best in each position, but I'd say. I'd say striker, you know. I'd say striker.
What, weirdest?
Or
weirdest in the sense of like
that you would expect them to play there, but you still done a thing. Do you know?
I think my weirdest position was right wing.
Right wing.
Because I'm not a winger.
I can't see as a winger.
But I played it and I was alright. Only because I was fast and solid on the ball. But I think my best position was up front, but my most solid position was right back. Right back or DM.
See, my best position was when I was able to see the pitch. Like I was able to see it in front of me. Because I've always loved being able to ping the ball or being able to see a pass or to have that vision. But when I'm striker, I feel like I'm the end product.
I think I got moved from strike too early, fam. If I had a proper coach and they realised my potential, I think I'd have done a bad boy striker, fam.
I turned up to training my first training match with Axron, bro. I remember like I was young though, man. I was so young. But then I bought boots like that same day.
Stop it. I remember I was a striker, but then I went to centre back, innit.
What?
Oh wow!
Yeah, I went centre back, fam. I loved it, fam. I loved I would because I was fast.
Control,
you know what it was? I loved being a sweeper. I'd be like, go on then. Like, you know, they send it long, fam. I'm like, yep, that is me.
Lifted,
clean up, fam. Clean up. And I was second highest goal scorer in it, but
a centre back.
Yeah, fam. Yeah. Like, I'll do it.
Bro, it's nice, isn't it?
Madness, fam. I loved it.
Did you hear what he said, Aaron?
What,
he said he was second highest goal scorer
at centre back.
I loved
Who do you think you are? Sergio Ramos?
Hey, listen.
That's mad.
I'm not going to lie, I'll do it again still.
Centre back's a nice position, man. Anyway,
We could go for ages, man. But you come to the end of episode 19, innit? Yeah, man.
19.
Okay,
nearly on 20.
I enjoyed it, fam. You know,
boy.
Huh?
I enjoyed it. Yeah, nearly on 20.
Yeah, man. We're flying, fam. We're flying.
But
striving to give you more content, you know.
More content, videos out and that, you know what I mean? And then, the other thing I wanted to do is just shout out a few different things. So
yeah, man. Yeah,
go on, you might as well go down.
I wanted to shout out my brethrens, they're friends of mine, Sanchez and Julia, and Julia's sister. They got, they got a podcast called Blaqbook The Podcast. And it's a brilliant podcast for people of ethnic origins. Go give it a listen. They're always supporting us, so I want to show love to them and support them. It's called BLAQ Book The Podcast. So go follow them, go give them a listen.
We'll put that up as well.
And get ready to hear some wisdom, some banter on that, man.
And just wanted to give a shout out to my business, me and my partner, our business, HomeUnit, where we do. We started off doing candles. We then moved into wax melts, and then we're gonna move into other home decor accessories. So big things to come from us. Again, thank you guys.
My bad at that. Go follow that.
I'm gonna put up the app for us, and you can see all the glorious candles and wax melts and all everything that we've got.
Nice. Yeah, go get that.
They do. They smell brilliant.
Go get that.
Now, I wanted to shout out my album again. Go stream it. Apple Music, Spotify,
blood, sweat and tears with that one.
Tidal,
not gonna lie,
everything.
I had to stop because, fam, I was like, let me not rinse out this album. Fam, give it a break.
Fam. It's on repeat, cuz.
Yeah, fam.
It's nuts.
It's nuts. testament to myself. But then, sorry, just secondly, want to shout out, Jerk Shack in Roehampton,
Oh,
me and Daniel had the banana cake from there with custard, yeah? When I tell you,
I'll dash it up there, fam.
dash it up there because when they're open, we're going there to eat.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
No, hold on. I need to find the Instagram, bro.
It's cool. I'll put it up.
We'll put it up. We'll put it up. Yeah, we'll put it up.
Yeah, I'll put it up.
We'll put it up, bro.
Listen.
Different.
When did you have it?
About 2 weeks ago, maybe. I can't lie to you.
Brother.
Is it still?
Huh?
Is it still?
Yeah.
I've never had banana cake like it. And I'm a cake connoisseur, fam.
Yeah.
I've never
had banana cake.
I'm not even.
in my life.
I know it looks like I amplify things sometimes, but I'm not even joking right now. Yeah, I've never had banana cake.
I've never had banana cake and a patty and felt satisfied. That's it. That's all I had.
The patty was nice. The patty was nice.
Yeah, all right. We'll leave it.
Yeah.
They'll have to experience it themselves.
But anyway,
Shack,
thank you for listening
Thank
to
you
us.
for listening. Another one.
And been with a man like Shauce, and to my left we got
Aaron,
and then to my right we got
DCB, aka Chargie D, aka Angle Man Dan.
Yes.
Dan,
we out.
So just hold on. So actually, I'll do it.
Clap.
Bro, I'm making something. Bro, am I moving mad?
Yeah. You trying to run it now?
Not you.